This video is sponsored by Transformers Fans Meetup Group on Meetup. Join fellow fans like yourself in a social media type setting. Transformers Fans Meetup Group will let you come in and talk about our favorite toys. Now to the video. Good afternoon, family. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime, and today's one of those days where it's not really the kind of news that I like to, not news, but like reveals that I personally am into, but y'all might be. So that's why I'm making this video. So apparently the WONDERFEST Shanghai 2025 event kicked off, and 99% of everything you're about to see is basically YOLO Park Transformer model kits, BLOKEEs, new model kits, the all day new Transformers action figures, and then more Way Studios Transformer action figures. Again, these do not transform. And that is why I really don't like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I bought a BLOKEEs yesterday. Y'all saw the little stop motion or the short. And it was fun. It was cute. It reminded me of like a mini Gundam. But the thing is that I grew up putting together Gundams. Like Gundams was like a hobby. Or like something like if I had a bored afternoon and I wanted to, or you being like Hobby Lobby or Michael's and you see one of those cool kits and you're like, oh yeah, I want to build that. And then they started doing Transformers with them. And I just always felt like it wasn't right because they don't transform. You know what I mean? But I bought a BLOKEEs yesterday, Death Stalker, and he's cute. It is. It was cute. It was fun to put together. It was $4, whatever. I gave it to my 5-year-old. But even he brought it back in here like, it's all right. But yeah, they are cute, and I see the obsession, and I see the big ones. I see the 11-inch ones and the 8-inch ones or whatever. And they're easy to put together. They're way better. Don't get here. I will say this. They're way better than Gundams. They pose better. They stand better. Like a Gundam, once you snap all 155 pieces of it together and you go to pose it or do something with it, it's not going to stand. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we have a bunch of cool looking model figures and about 20 different Optimus Primes. I promise you, there was this guy yesterday I saw on YouTube, the 14th Prime, I think his name was, and he was saying that we always get 1 million Optimuses. I saw one Megatron out of this whole show. The entire show, I saw one Megatron. I saw 35 different Optimus Primes. And then they're doing a blind bag thing where there's 9 different Optimuses in them and you just don't know which one you get. Here, a little secret for those of you that do blind bag shopping. If you want to make sure you don't get the same one, read the barcode. That's all you gotta do. Make sure the barcodes are different. I was doing that with the BLOKEEs yesterday, and I wanted to see like, okay, so if this one is 0005, this one's 0023, this one's 0014, oh, and this one is 0005. Obviously these two are gonna be the same, but you still don't know which one is actually in it. I don't like that. But anyway, so looking at these new, the BLOKEEs. With BLOKEEs, they got TARN, they did Action Edition Prime Optimus, they did Classic Dark of the Moon Bumblebee and Megatron, and then BLOKEE's Wheels Transformers. It's the characters in alt modes. And they even have IDW Optimus truck color, and then a great prototype of what looks like Scamper, Dragstrip, or Mirage, Hound, Swindle, and they said maybe Iron Fist. They weren't necessarily sure. But yeah, these look like, they look crazy. And I get it for those of you who don't like, maybe some of you that just like having the figure. I mean, and then there's that niche crowd of people that will, like, you buy your toys and you transform it once or twice. I noticed there's a lot of comments on the short that I did transforming MP36. A lot of people are like, I'm scared to death to transform it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Read the directions, because that's one thing my dad always taught me, regardless of what it was, toys, vehicles, radio, whatever. If it comes with instructions, read them first. Thank you, Daddy. And so, like, after reading the instructions for MP36, it wasn't, like, after the 4th or 5th time, you can do it. And a lot of people are like, oh, I was worried about the paint chipping. But here's the thing. People worry about those things only to take them and do what with them? Set them up. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. You might transform it once or twice, and then you set it up, and you don't touch it again. So I would say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's your toy, it's your money. You bought it for a reason. If you wanted to keep it in the box or whatever, you could go back to the store and just look at it hanging up in Walmart or Target. But how that correlates to this is that these figurines, non-transforming figurines, might be right up your alley, because a lot of y'all don't like transforming your toys anyway. You're worried about scuff marks and stress marks and paint chipping. You transform it once, or like, perfect example, Studio Series Jazz with the plastic hood roof on the car, transforming him. I hold my breath every time I do it. But it's still fun to do. It's still fun to be able to pull it off. So, but again, yeah, also with the WONDERFEST Shanghai 2025, they had AAM G1 Optimus. They had a Alpha Action Elite G1, Grimlock, Power Master, and Dino. Power Master Optimus, Ultra Magnus, Ironhide, Shockwave, Shatterglass, Ultra Magnus, IDW Cyclonus, and Drift. A lot. They showed off a lot. And then Way Studios came in, and they were like, well, hold on, we're going to do Prime Beast Hunters Optimus statue, Optimus Prime movable statue. Like, they have some articulation, the arms can move with whatever fingers, but it's not transforming. Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime with his battle platform, that doesn't transform. And Dark of the Moon MSP Series Optimus Prime. Again, these are all, statues or model kits. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's a lot of you that just will buy the toy, transform it once or twice, and then you stick it somewhere. And you put them there, and then that's it. You don't go back to it. You don't I don't know. Me, I like to come in here. Well, obviously I come in here a lot. My wife works literally right in the room right beside me. But when she's in there, my son's having school with his teacher out there, and I come in here, figure out what I'm gonna say to y'all for the day. I do a short, then I play around a little bit. But my whole thing is that I didn't buy all of this just to come in and look at them. You know what I mean? I literally take one of as somebody, almost at least once or twice, maybe sometimes 3 times a day. I'll come grab one and just walk around the house with it. I might take 86 Optimus and, hold on, I'm gonna spin y'all around on that side. I might take somebody from over here and set them up while we're having lunch or having dinner. And we go out back and play out back, and he's on his swing and riding his 4-wheeler and all that stuff in the backyard. I might mess around and grab Bruticus. Go on and take big old Bruticus out there and stand him up on the picnic table. Play with him, break it down, put it back together. For my homeboy that was like, hey, I know you eventually, Big Vash, Trigger Happy, Big Vash. I know him as Big Vash, family. When you was talking about the Devastator, and so this is, look at this. Look at him and Bruticus. That's why I'm like, I can chill on Age of the Primes or Studio Series Devastator, and even with the Bruticus coming out. I did get Superion because I had to make Computron. I could not find a Computron anywhere that was under $400. And right when I was about to pull the trigger on one, I ended up in Mississippi, found 80% of Superion, bought that one, and just made my own out of Combiner Wars and painted them. Still working on it, but whatever, But with that being said, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Come here, buddy. Come here. Me and you about to go outside. Yeah. So this great big, here, look at the size of my hand. I'm 200 pounds, 6 foot. So this is the size of my hand. Look at the size of this. I know he's super stylized. I know it's not cartoon accurate, but it's still Bruticus, and I love him. And this, I might have had this about a year. I think about a year and a half. Either way, he's still new to me, so I still love him. I'm not ready to replace him quite yet. This big dumb thing. I love this thing. And yeah, every one of these are all transformed. They're all stylized, and these two become separate little tanks. They go on onslaught. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's today's video. Oh, and by the way, forgot to mention, today's video is sponsored by Transformers fans meetup group on Meetup. Sponsored video. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's your buddy 14th Prime. This is my giant Bruticus. I just like looking at him on camera. But I hope y'all enjoyed everything. I hope you enjoyed the video. I love y'all. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening.